Welcome to the 30th Constellation reading. For how many of you is this the first Constellation? How many of you are joining us tonight for the first time? Yes, a few of you. All right, welcome. We hope you come back. My name is Jessica Johnson. This is June Hayworth-Kafka. And Armin is here. Armin Tolentino. Is around here somewhere? Maybe. And we are happy to welcome you tonight. I'm going to give an abbreviated version of our standard sort of acknowledgments that we do. We are still gathering in a time of genocide in Palestine, Sudan, and Congo. Fuck the police in all their forms. Yeah. And the personal state, fuck ICE. And we are still gathering in the homelands of the Multnomah, Katlamet, Clackamas, Tumwater, and Motlala Cascade bands of Chinook and Tualatin and Kalapuya, and many other recognized and unrecognized native nations of the Columbia River. And we still recognize the responsibility of restoring native lands and lives. So this is all still true, all still going on. And we are still happy to be together with you tonight. We are having a special curated constellation tonight. Woo. And our curator is Dra. Veronica Sandoval. Woo. To shine some love on Veronica. Yes. My colleague and friend who is a special teacher and scholar and poet. All of these works combine synergistically. And I took a class from Veronica last spring. And it was a transformative experience for me. It was an experimental Chicana feminisms course, and I could go on about all the things I learned and how amazing these scholars and discourses are that Veronica introduced us all to. But the thing I really wanted to say is that these are teachings that taught me how to love better and how to teach better and made me feel just better about being alive. Wow. It was coming, I knew it was coming. And about all the things I care about, women, queer folks, children, art, and all the ways that art interweaves with knowledge making. And it helped me to feel really deeply that we make art out of our lives, and the words and music and art that we find in our own liberation is also for the liberation of everyone we're connected to. It was really a special thing for me. So thank you, Veronica, and thank you for curating this reading. Our readers tonight are Vanessa, Bashi, Alviso, Citlalli, Nuñez-Barragán, Madeline, Alvizo, Ramirez, and Veronica is going to introduce each of them in turn. So give it up for Veronica.
That was a really sweet welcome. I was going to say thank you, Jessica, for embracing the Chola I am, but also for embracing the Chola reading that you're going to be enjoying tonight. Because when she said, hey, would you like to curate a reading? And I was like, can I bring my homegirls? And she said, yeah. I was like, all right. Because how do you translate a sitio, right? A site that we know, like the homegirl space we share, the nerd space we share when we get together, into a reading in the middle of Portland in this beautiful tin house, right? And how do you translate it? You get a bunch of cholas that are your homegirls, and then one chola that you recognized in your class because she was your student.
That's
and
right.
you're like, I see you, girl. You're a chola. You don't call yourself a chola. You're a homegirl. I know it, right? So I hope you enjoy my homegirls' work. They're amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. The first person we're gonna introduce is Vanessa Bashi Alviso, a Chicana poet, educator, and artist from the Yakima territory in the lower Yakima Valley. Que viva Washington. Rooted in barrio aesthetics, ancestral memory, and community love, her work honors grief, survival, and the sacred in everyday life. As a lifelong advocate for youth who mirror her own journey, she believes in the transformative power of words to heal, disrupt, and reimagine. Bashi writes from the borderlands of mourning and resistance, offering poetry as both testimony and altar, where cholas love and homies are never forgotten. At her at Stony Vaga.
Alright, so my art is where I go to process my feelings. And I've had a lot of feelings lately. Earlier this year, I lost my partner. And I haven't been able to focus on anything else. Just earlier today, just like not an hour ago, I was supposed to be in an class interview. And I was just blanking. That happens a lot. It's been happening a lot over the past few months. And this is the first time I'm sharing the poetry that some of the poetry that has come out of it. I do want to share a little piece of writing that will put the rest of the pieces into context. Well, we'll bring some context to the rest of the work. So this is a little bit about the day it happened. Okay.
Get up on it so they can hear you on the live stream.
Yeah. Okay. April 23rd, 2025. On the morning of April 23rd, 2025, at about 4:45 a.m., I woke up de repente. I instinctively looked out the window. It was still dark. I grabbed my phone to check the time. Fuck yeah. I still got another hour of sleep before my alarm goes off. Back to sleep. At about 7 a.m., I took advantage of the rare morning my babe doesn't call to talk on my way to work, and I put on my audiobook. Going on the run 6 months earlier didn't get in the way of him calling me every day, almost every morning. I figured this was one of the mornings that he either was sleeping in or just handling whatever business, and he would check in later, I told myself. Around 9:25 a.m., on a break at work, I read a post on the Grant County Sheriff's Department Facebook page, which I had started following a few months earlier when he went that way. The post detailed a series of events called in at around 4:30 a.m. that resulted in a high-speed chase and fatal crash. The names of 2 involved were mentioned, but the name of a third person, the one who died, was not. I knew that meant that their next of kin had not been notified. I recognized one of the names as the hyena of a homeboy, so I immediately thought it was him, the homie who had died. My man and I had this way of communicating when things got hot, so I tried that at first. Soft attempts at contact, inconspicuous texts, just checking. Because if shit is hot over there, if the homie is gone, then I know my vato is not in a good place, but I need to get a hold of him. He hasn't responded. From about 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a Wednesday, so it's early release at school. That means meetings all afternoon for me. He still hasn't responded. It's also state testing time, and the principal needs to talk to me because if the second grade team isn't happy about me taking their win time to test my third graders, even though it's the only time I'm going to be able to. Trying again. Hey babe, todo bien? He still hasn't responded. I need to coordinate testing times for my second graders in the resource room. He still hasn't responded. It's like 3:05, I'm sitting in my car, and he hasn't responded all day. Something is wrong. Fuck the inconspicuous texts. I call his phone. No answer. Wednesday's also mean cheap gas at Kyle's corner, and I'm almost on E, so I head that way and try again. No answer. I wait until I'm in line at the gas station, then call again. Finally, an answer, but it's not his voice. Hello? Hello? Who's this? Who's this? Apache's homie. Who's this? I'm his woman. Why do you have his phone? Where is he? Oh yeah, he died this morning. Shut the fuck up! This person, this supposed homeboy, went on to recount all the details I had read in the Facebook post. After the others got out and surrendered, he jumped in the driver's seat and sped off. I know I spoke to him some more. I asked questions. What do I do? Where do I go get him? I need to bring him home. The supposed homie told me that they still hadn't got a hold of his mom and that I needed to come to the sheriff's office for him. I don't know exactly when it started, but at some point I heard screaming. Not yelling, not words, just screaming. Screaming, screaming. I couldn't control it, only watch it happen. Still in line for gas, I could see other drivers look over at me. Eventually, an attendant came over to me, asked me what the matter was, and helped me get out of the car. We agreed I shouldn't be driving, and she suggested I wait inside for someone to come for me. She took my car, filled it up, and I walked away weeping. Before I could make it inside, I collapsed under the weight of the new grief. On my knees, crying, I screamed my pain into the earth. I'm still there, on my knees, in front of pump 2, screaming. Eventually, my sister came for me, and I spent the rest of the tarde at her house, crying and looking for his mom. So, that's the day it happened. It's been, since April 23rd, and my mind's been a mess. I try to be present. It's really hard to be. My thinking's all disjointed and funny and doesn't make any sense. So I think this next piece kind of mirrors that. It's called Mi Chulo. Mi chulo, esposo mío. Yeah, that's right. I braided your hair. Tradition says we're married now. Don't matter that you're buried now. It is mío, always and always. As your wife, I give you my life. You see, 20 years of homie love have proven that no one else can show me love quite like you. My native sureño, el vato de mis sueños, who always knows to grab the wheel when I'm taking a hit. As we mob the Valla's beautiful back roads, who always knows to grab the wheel when I let go or lose control, who brings me back when I don't know, when I don't recognize myself. Maintain, me decías, and the moon and stars me decías for all the ways you loved me. Maintain, you'd say, to get me to stay when I was on the edge. Maintain brings me back when I'm under attack by all the memories of your absence. My favorite Indian, Apache the Yakima, who happens to be Mexican in the Pinta. Coco lleno de tinta, eres mi true blue longuero, te quiero aquí conmigo. O si no, te sigo hasta el infierno, if that's where you are, baby. It's not even very far, baby. I'm not even scared to be where you are. I'll go where I have to go. But no, I know there is no hell. Well, not after death. Not after my last breath. I know it isn't true. Hell is really being here without you. And sometimes my grief looks like anger. And sometimes I'm angry at other people. This one's called She Died. Found out one of those bitches died the other day. One of those cholias died the other day. One of those bitch cholias died the other day. I found out. One of the two who were with him that day. One of the two who possibly pulled over that day, or who went into the drive-thru, or who watched the lights around them, or who maybe felt the same panic, or who maybe heard his last words. One of the two who surrendered. One of the two who watched his last getaway. Yeah, fuck that bitch. Found out the other day, she died anyway. And yeah, so there were two other people in the car with him that day. And I felt, for a while I felt this I don't know, this anger that they survived and he didn't. And a couple months ago, one of them died, and I found out, because I stalked them on Facebook, we found out that one of them died, and that's what that piece was about. And if I can be honest, I felt some kind of satisfaction with that, with finding out, and honestly, some kind of a little bit of jealousy that she got to be with him. You know, she got to cross over, and she's there too now. This next piece is called When Death Comes For Me. And when death finally comes for me, she'll come in a big, beautiful lowrider. A 1979 Buick Riviera with a big nose and a cute ass. Así como me gustan. Candy cobalt blue with fat flakes. Because you know La Flaca loves the shimmer. And through that glowing glimmer, I will see him waiting in the back seat, waiting to love me madly like he did in life. No strife, no guilt, regret, or pain. Just love pouring down on me like rain. So sweet to be with him again. Smelling like Tres Flores and Paco Rabanne 1 million. When death comes for me in that Buick, big, beautiful, and blue, I'll hear Billy Stewart singing, sitting in the park, waiting for you. And my love will squeeze my hand and look into my eyes and kiss me. And just like that, yes, just like that, I'm in heaven. Because heaven is making out with Apache in the backseat of a lowrider. Cruising down Yakima Ave. No, better yet, dank mobbing the back roads of Tapas or Granger. Our marijuana kisses filling the Riviera with giggles. And we'll drive off into the stars, not the sun like we did that perfect night last summer before he went on the run, before our lives changed forever. One more mob to our Valle Bajo on our way to eternity. Yes, when death comes for me in her chariot so glittery, just know I went gleefully, reunited with my love finally. Promise you'll be happy for me. I know. Am I good? Do I have to? Okay. Listen. I just recently, yesterday, 2 days ago, met with a medium. My man was also a writer. And I wanted to know if it was okay to share some of his writing. He said yes. I have a small piece and I wanted to share with you today. It's called Today I Will Borrow the Breath of the Sun. Ese es Popocatli. Last night, me and Huitzilopochtli were lounging atop the Pyramid of the Sun, smoking a monster-ass leño he jacked from them Inca vatos. We were waiting for Halley Comet to finish its rounds in the galaxy and come back by Earth so we could catch a ride to the Fiesta de Mayas we're having for the end of the world. These chichimecainas are supposed to be coming through también, and you know how those freaks get when they get some Oakley in them. Out of nowhere, the homie lets out this thunderous yell that sounded like the scream of 1,000 eagle knights at war. Still choking from my last hit, I jump up and grab my shield, and we both start chanting to La Luna, Popocatli, Popocatli, Popocatli. Last thing I remember, we both took one more hit, then started speaking in some language of the gods, and with temple fires burning all around us, this is what was said. Mexicayautli, my essence, mi vida. When you shake from pleasure or from fear, I am the sensation that bursts from your pores. Mm-hmm. When you love or hate, I am the emotion flowing through your veins. When you inhale or X, I am the taste at the tip of your tongue. Smell me, hear me, feel me, it is I. Many have lusted for me and many have died, but only the chosen few will ever know me. Teolia, Ashalak, Tikan, Yolot.
All right. Coming up next, we have Citlalli Nuñez-Barragán, she, they pronouns, is a student at Portland State University, double majoring in child, youth, family studies, and Chicanx, Latinx studies. Citlalli has been exploring their identity and cultural heritage lineage through poetry. She discovered her passion for poetry when taking a creative course at Portland Community College. Yay! And has looked for ways to get more involved in the great poetry sphere. Give it up for Citlalli.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm kind of nervous, but also I'm trying to get over the nervousness that I've developed during what's called the lockdown. I was very outgoing before the lockdown, but I guess being locked in your house and working retail really does a number on your self-confidence. Okay, I've been practicing grounding exercises thanks to one of my professors at PSU. So with that, I just want to offer some cantitos to get started. Because they are the poetry of my ancestors. Caminar en belleza, caminaré en paz. Caminar en belleza, caminaré en paz. Todo es mi familia, familia. Todo es mi familia. Todo es sagrado, plantas y animales, todo es sagrado, montañas, selva y mares, todo es mi familia, familia, todo es mi familia. Heya, 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 heya. Huextotzingo, in Tlaxcala, Huextotzingo. Que permanezca la tierra, que estén de pie los montes, que se reparta la flor de maíz, que se reparta la flor de cacao. Something that Dr. Sandoval referenced in our class called spirit murder. And the spirit murder that I experienced was somebody shutting me down for singing. So I am reclaiming that. Yay, personal development. I also want to share because I feel like I always walk with a little piece of my comunidad with me. Recently, one of my compañeros de mariachi passed away really tragically and really suddenly, and it's impacted me a lot because he's younger than me, the age of my sister, and he just started taking Chicano Latino studies courses at PSU. So this is a poem that he wrote before he passed for his class. Yo soy Carlos Marquez Vargas. I am Mexican and American. Soy mariachi. Soy víctima de la clima política, yet I am safe due to my status. Estoy unido con la raza, but I am considered an outsider. I will never understand. I am claimed, yet questioned. Safe, yet uneasy. I am Carlos Marquez Vargas. I am a son, a sibling, el consentido de la familia. I am the hope to a better future. I am blessed with opportunities they never had. I am grateful, but exhausted. I am 12-hour study sessions, all-nighters, and final exams. Yo soy Carlos Marquez Vargas. And yeah, I feel like it has grounded me a little bit more in the sense that we need to continue the fight for the next generation. And that fight was seen through Carlos and his words, and it will continue to fuel that for me and for many more people. With that, I'm going to share one of my pieces that I wrote in Dr. Sandoval's class. This is a really long piece. It's more like an essay, to be honest, but I reworded it recently because of a workshop I hosted, and I was like, that flow isn't there, so this is kind of an attempt at the flow, but also I welcome feedback. Okay. This one is called Fuerza de la Águila. Not from here or from there, according to some, but no longer will I permit someone else to label me. Desde la tierra que brilla y los mismos montañas que caminaban mis ancestros to the Calipuya land that I have settled on. I know who I am and I know where I'm going. I can be more than one thing. There are no limitations like they have made it seem. I will not settle for the bare minimum knowledge of my heritage. I will continue to learn as much as I can and teach anyone who is willing to listen. I am proud of my family. I am proud of my cultura. I am proud of the land where my family comes from, a proud Oaxaqueña, Tapatía, Chicana. I know the beauty of Santiago Tamasola where my mother grew up, and I have had the privilege to see her pueblo in person, where a piece of me is with the land. I have walked the same trails lined with white courts like rocks scattered for miles that the Creator delicately placed them for us, where my huaraches harnessed to my brown feet will be greeted once again. The stories of the bright and colorful buildings with clay roofs, the green hills that have a distinct smell of sweet-smelling dirt when it rains, they are all true. I live with a violent conflict within me, one that stems from a separation anxiety of what could have been generationally. If I wasn't torn from the land my ancestors were born, who would I be? Where am I really from? I am from oldies, cumbias, huapangos, chilenas, mariachi, rancheras, norteñas, corridos, R&B, hip-hop, Spanish rock, soft rock, and ska. I am from mercados, the ones that pack all the best munchies, where all the staff speak Spanish, where colorful piñatas cover the ceilings, where it smells like warm bread in the morning and like tortillas recién hechas by the afternoon. I am from eating caldo on the hottest day of summer because it's my mother's craving. I am from Sana Sana Colita de Rana, 7-Up y Vaporú, a Mexican mother's first aid kit. I am from cafecito de olla, atole champurrado, no de la abuelita. Tejuino, mezcal, tequila, pulque y aguas frescas. I am from going to the swap meet on weekends looking for some botanas, and where I always look for the guy who sells the dopest shirts for $10 and throws in his mixtapes. I am from showing up late to the function because I don't want to help set up. Where when it says 4 p.m. on the invite, that really means get there by 6 p.m. so you can have some chelas by 8 p.m. and bonus points if it's a bautizo primera comunión. I am from resistance, not giving into forced assimilation, rejecting indoctrination. I am from political empowerment, helping my gente navigate the colonial systems of government in our country to work towards demolishing fronteras, fighting for laboral rights, fighting for the justice of children and elderly and peoples neglected and abused at the hands of La Migra. I am reclaiming my history, recovering purposely hidden truths, seeking stories that the conquistadores proudly burned. I am from campesinos y braceros, the people who care for the fields across the continent, who know our foods and how they grow. I am from Las Tres Hermanas, the crops and the agricultural methods that my ancestors perfected. Maíz, frijol y calabaza que trabajan sagradamente en comunidades de milpas used to nourish the people across the world for centuries. I am from medicina como el copal, harvested from the trees of Mexico, used to protect ourselves from negative energy, to honor those who have passed and traveled Mictlán, the same white smoke with a sweet scent that our ancestors smelled before us. I am from the pyramids that my ancestors built, prayed, lived, held ceremony in before religious persecution plagued our pueblos. The same religion that was perverted and weaponized to justify years of genocide. Invaders built churches on top of our pyramids and used them to force ideologies among our people, using their white illusion of God to justify the elimination of the indio, of the savage. I am from Mother Earth, Citlalli, who Native people continue to fight for because she is not just an object. She is our mother. Our mother feels, she breathes, she hears, she heals. I am Tsiawi. I am the rain that pours. I am the thunder that roars. I am the constellations that brighten the night sky. I am you, La Luna, that sings you a lullaby before bed. I am Yusavi, from the people of the rain. I am from broken treaties. I am from bought out barrios and gentrified cities. I am from stereotypes that marginalize our own. I am from exploitation of natural resources. I am from purposeful erasure of cultures. I am from militarized protests. I am from unjust prison systems. I am from the war on drugs. I am from systemic racism. I am from immigration raids that tear families apart. I am from violence. I am from exploitation. I hold warfare. I hold generations of pain. I hold hatred. I hold displacement, but I am powerful. I am worthy. I am valid. I am resilient. Thank you. Brain onto a piece of paper. Okay, let's see if I can get through two, but I think I'm gonna just get through one. This next poem is called Mis Trenzas, and I made sure to braid my hair today in the traditional Oaxacan way. Okay. Mis trenzas me recuerdan de los tiempos que me han peinado, memorias of caring hands weaving my hair, teje mi cabello como las canastas hechas de palma. My mother, my grandmother, my sister, they carry strands of my hair with gentleness and braid it firmly into place, women creating a physical reassurance of my inner strength. Entre los momentos que acaricia mi cabello con sus manos se siente la fuerza que yo llevo conmigo aunque no lo sepan. A gentle prayer to uphold resilience, courage, and bravery, whispered into each strand that influences my spirit. Estas mujeres transmiten su energía de guerrera. The strength of the woman in my circle is incomparable. Each strand of my hair carries a story of my lifetime. Each strand holds history. Mi cabello es tan delicado que baila como listón en el viento. Mi cabello me ayuda a gozar la belleza que me pasaron mis ancestros. My braids are a physical manifestation of my ancestors' biggest dreams. My braids are a representation of their sacrifices, courage, resilience, and bravery. Mis trenzas complementan mi rostro, complementan mi historia y las historias de mis ancestros. Como las mujeres que me han peinado, les han tejido sus rezos y su amor, amor en mi cabello que cargo. La energía de todas las guerreras que han sobrevivido más de 500 años, cargo la energía de las guerreras que sobrevivirán 500 años más. It's super tiny. Okay. This one, okay, in our class we had to write sonnets, and I effing hate sonnets. I don't know what Shakespeare was thinking with all that, but I wrote one, I guess. Okay, this one is called Belleza, Bella eres por dentro y por fuera. Piel morena, el sol me abraza. Fair skin doesn't make you more beautiful. Quítate esa ilusión falsa. Dig deep inside, what you'll find bountiful. Look in the mirror, and what do you see? Long, dark hair flowing ever so freely. Brown skin glows from being out in the sun. Your eyes are so dark, don't get lost in them. I can see your strength too, mujer fuerte. Tú sí cargas fuego por dentro. Fuego que cura, sana y reza. Fuego que puede destruir, pero busca belleza. Busca la belleza interna y apreciarás tu belleza externa. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
So this is what Jonah's space feels like. All right. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Everything's been beautiful today. Oh my God. All right. Ready? All right. Coming up next, we have Madeline Alviso Ramirez, she, her pronouns, is a Chicana photographer, curator, writer, and community leader whose work celebrates cultura, resilience, and the beauty of everyday life in the barrio. Proudly the middle child of a Chicano-Mexicano family, Madeline honors her ancestors and community through powerful visual storytelling that bridges art, identity, and social consciousness. Her photographs have been exhibited in galleries across the United States and featured in a variety of publications, including appearances on the Discovery Channel. In addition to her creative practices, Madeline has curated numerous art exhibits that highlight underrepresented voices and narratives in Chicano and Chicana art. Currently, Madeline is working on her third photography book. Madeline is also a member of the Washington State Art Commission's Public Artist Roster, Washington WA Arts, and is currently running for city council in her hometown in Granger, where she hopes to continue her lifelong commitment to serving and uplifting her community through art, leadership, and advocacy. Everybody welcome Madeline Alviso.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Wow, I'm supposed to follow that. Okay. I had a collection I wanted to bring, and I just thought I'm gonna just keep it old school, and I tossed out the other stuff. I like to create like right there. I'm a slam poet more, so I kind of grew up doing that and winning awards. But this work, I'm gonna keep it pretty gangster. And I'm gonna start it off with a love letter to my cholo. Like I said, I don't really like to share work that I've already shared for some reason. I don't know, I just like to switch it up. But this is one I haven't shared, and it's called, like I said, Love Letter to My Cholo. Mi firme vato loco, elevate me cuando te toco, hermoso mi hombre, delicious de la mente, fighting for los derechos. I'm short. Okay, fighting for the los derechos de la gente, golden brown de la frente, creative and passionate, delincuente, settling scores with a colonizer bunch, decapitating ignorance on a hunch, having pozole for lunch, smoking some hierba to get high and stay grounded. I don't give a fuck how that sounded. Sharp and round, tacos de lengua, astounded, a family of 8 we founded, 2 broken pieces fitting so well, fighting from heaven, fighting from hell, love songs and old Mayan spells, reflections of old times, reflections of me, loving you gangster so tenderly, so intimately. I love you because you grab my ass the way I like. You grab me, you message me dirty memes throughout the day. We share a joint watching documentaries while the kids lay in bed. Eres chingón. I love you because you reference El Chavo del Ocho. You sing all the words to my favorite oldies. You call me esa. You call me yours. You grab my ass the way I like. Te amo. I want to smoke the night away with you. So, my husband, just to kind of give a little, my husband is a cholo, but I didn't know that there was like political, he's a Unity gang member. They're skinheads, political skinheads, and I didn't know that brown guys could get like that. And so me and him like geek out on a lot of stuff. He's from East LA, kind of different. And so I love how we just mesh like that. So here's another piece. It's called Soy hija de María Guadalupe Ramos y Alfredo Alviso. I've read this poem like 3 or 4 times, so this is like a lot for me. Soy del Valle Bajo de Yakima. Soy de Granger, but born on the res. Soy jefita to 6 beautiful souls. Soy esposa. Soy de Juan Rafael Ramirez, Mr. 21. Soy de mente y de locuras. Soy secretos y lecturas de dolores y aventuras. I come from cherry tree branches and eating tacos from the termo as we sit on upside down buckets, our hands blackened with pesticides, from grandfathers who worked this land y abuelitas who raised us, from tias who cure with hierbas and prayer, from growing up in haunted houses. I come from brujas and nuns, from prison love letters and kissing cute cholas, from thrift shopping, from substitute teaching. I come from graffiti in the bathroom stalls, from fighting white supremacy, from the homegirls, from broken hearts, looking at the older OGs as mentors, our OG veteranas. Soy una mujer de the PNW, a Northwest Chicana Chola, a barrio woman. Ralphie Pagan knows, he can see it in my eyes, how much I love the hood, the lowriders, the carne asadas, the cruises in the country, smoking a leño. Okay, I'm a pothead, right? Just smoking over here. Just for me and La Lunita, telling each other secrets about our planned revolution, about our escape to Aztlán, about how we uproot and tell the niños that this is for them, that this has always been for them. I'm a mixture of nopales, trenzas, and marijuana smoke. A proud Chicana morena, hija de su madre, making art from my heart, for my community, for my daughters, my sons, and for my fucking self. So I actually have a degree in art, and when I was going through the art program, I was told my art scares white people. I was literally told that. I was told my art scares white people, and then I was told it's kitsch, it's low, whatever. I'm like, motherfucker, from all the people that graduated from my program, I'm the one that's been out there the most. I've been more galleries, I've been curating more stuff, whatever with you. So this is whatever to the school that I went to. This poem is called This Isn't Art. I have my art in the back. Okay, this isn't art. This is arte. This arte gets up to go cut asparagus con las tías at 3:30 in the morning. This arte broke Pintero's hearts back in the day. Songs dedicated to her light in a Tecato dream. this is an art. This is arte. Her story begins in the sandy shores of Michoacán. Her abuelito came home to die, got pneumonia working in the Texas fields. A disabled grandmother sent her mother off to fend for herself. Little girl blue, what is there to do? This is an art. This is arte. This comes from heartbreak. This comes from heartbreakers. Comes from dolor con color. It comes from shadows and light. What's wrong and what's right, and how to fight, and fuck ICE, and fuck Nazis. Y que viva la raza. This is an art. This is arte.
Yeah.
Okay, and this one is called Aquí Estoy. I did a Chicana art show with mixing my photography and my art, and I was trying my show is called Aquí Estoy, and there's this poem that kind of goes with it. Aquí estoy. Not just mountains and streams, but bones and oldies, lazy lowriders and atole, old school 90s rap and JoJo's from the gas station. All the girls smell like cherry vanilla and suave hairspray. Rosaries keep us safe and remembering the homies. This is not just Catholic, it is Catholic by culture or just Chicano barrio shit that belongs to us. It feels good to belong. Aquí estoy. It's the beauty in the way her hoops curve, the way my hands know how to pick the fruit without damaging it, the way I can stand for hours. My grandparents were braceros. My arms are their legacy, so strong and beautiful. Aquí estoy, seeing value in their prayers, feeding off the spirit, pain, and memory of our ghosts. La familia grounds us. I can still taste the sweetness in her agua de avena. What I'm saying is that I'm here. I'm in the rivers and the rain. I'm the shadows, the trees, and the hummingbirds. I'm the heavy laugh inside abuelita, the smell of caldo, the stereo crying out of Vicente Fernandez Rola, your favorite childhood memory. Aquí estoy, brown, beautiful, and magical. I'm sorry, I have my stuff everywhere. I used to have a website where I could just whatever, and I'm like, it costs too much to maintain that. I don't want to do all of that. And so I in my poem I said something about a nun. I was raised by nuns and brujas. That's a true story. My aunt was living in Barcelona, Spain, when she found out her eldest sister. Had polio, could not take care of her children because her husband had just died of pneumonia. And it was my mom and her little sister that were left. And her cool aunt that came from Spain that was like, she's totally a dude, my aunt, right? She's the one that raised us. She's my godmother. And in that time, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz and her work, queer nun, my tia Zenaida was definitely they, them. This is me growing up and me experience her, so it's called mi tia Zenaida. I see the shadows all around me, poking out in corners, aquí, allá. Never talk about this in public or to family, only existed when recalling. They stay folded and tucked in tia stories. I see your clothes pinned up to dry, not a dress in sight. Remarkably respected in her community, in the church. I didn't know si eras vato o qué, but there you were, raising children you never birthed. All the people I love in this world hold you to the highest. You traveled this world in working men's wear, smelling like pesticides during La Pizca, an elderly woman with soft skin, but hard hands, making remedios and pressing them in prayers when we needed them. You made our family faith strong, never refusing to support us. Now barrio babies pray to you. We lost that chain that pulled us up. when we cried into our pipes, necesitados de amor, de cariño, de self-love. You and your light, a nun who cussed and told dirty jokes, but traveled the U.S. doing odd jobs to send back to the orphans and single mothers of your pueblo. We miss you and hold you tight. In your name, mi tía Zenaida. Okay. This one is called Scholar. Barrio positivity means love letters to the lowriders, cut from magazines and put into chola scrapbooks or taped on the mirror next to the hood names written in black lipstick on the mirror. How do you lay so low on your belly and make all the girls stop and stare? Firme jainas posted up next to smooth ranflas con aquanet or suave hair. Bien chulotas looking like Xochiquetzal in the flesh. Barrio positivity is chingonas empowering chingonas, homegirls supporting homegirls, and mothers supporting daughters. It means eating tacos with the comadres. It means chismes and baptisms. It means barbecues and OGs telling stories of chicanitas getting degrees, and chicanitas getting degrees, and chicanitas getting degrees. Barrio positivity is breaking generational curses. It's tattoos telling stories. It's car shows and oldies and putazos and card readings and visits to the homies doing time and prayers to La Virgencita. It's abuelas tortillas. It's sharing a toque with your primos at a quinceañera. It's looking for weekend clothes at La Segunda. It's hoop earrings and iron-on t-shirts. Barrio positivity means self-love. It means Chicana Chola studies. It means knowing our history. Means everybody knowing our history. It means sharing magic. It means connecting to our ancestors. It means being loved. It means loving. It means brown love. Barrio positivity is Chicanitas getting degrees. Oh, do I do another one? Okay, this is a very short one. It's called Myth. And I think I wrote this like 20 years ago. Yeah. I found a poem that I wrote when I was 9. I was just telling my sister. I had it in my Lisa Frank notebook that I got me for my birthday. So this one is called Myth, and this is when I was trying to find out who I was. I know your orange shapeless face, your idea of monarch massacre, your wants to capture El Chavo del Ocho and sell him to corporate America. Sell me mota and then bust into my chante during Dia de los Muertos and take my torcido back to Unit 8 so the pinche COs can bust his ear. Oh, that really happened. Now I'm taking it back. Like Lala's Jojo and take away good times so that he can work for 15 cents an hour and provide all these puercos some jale for them and their crooked-ass government, incarcerate more of Atlan's children, fill their veins of self-hatred and build barrios in their mentes, make my example of my hermanos no longer. That's it.
That was amazing. You'll be pleased to know that I'm not going to pressure you to buy books tonight like I often do, although we can sell them to you. But there is beautiful arte in the back that you can buy, and you should. Thank you again to our readers. There is food and drink upstairs in the mask optional space. Please feel free to stay and hang out and buy some beautiful things. And if you're a Constellation regular, we take December off. But we're starting up again in January. We're always here on the second Thursday of the month. And January is like our birthday party that we have. I'm not going to tell you who's reading. You'll find out soon enough if you see us on Instagram. But it'll be a party again. It's a party now. It'll be a party again.